won an NHL 24 tournament.
Shot from the point, tip in front and they score!
Or did I? You will find out in this video. I'm talking about ECL 1v1. Here's the prize pool of the tournament. ECL is a tournament for Europeans. Everybody in Europe can register for the ECL. So there's two seasons, winter and a spring season. And the top 4 of each ECL will qualify to the top 8 grand finals. And I understood this will be a LAN event. Finland. This video will be the recap of how I did in the winter season. So first qualifier, first round, I'm playing against XX Bobby. XX was actually a decent player. He was one game away from making it to NHL's European Championships. But I defended really solid, had most of the puck possession throughout the game, and ended up winning 3-0. In round 2 I'm playing Landström, one of the best sixes players, but I haven't seen him around in Versus, and that showed. This was a total blowout win for me, and he actually was playing with Ottawa, no idea why, but total domination for me in round 2. And just like that, I'm on to round 3. In round 3 I'm playing Vattu Y. I won the IIHF EVOL Championship with this guy in NHL 22. I would say he's one of the better players in Europe, somewhere around top 10. As you see, these games are played in online versus. I'm playing with Toronto, which is my favorite team in real life as well, if you didn't know. I'm really familiar with how all the Leafs players play in game, and it's a great team on paper as well. And I've been winning with it, so why not use it? I actually won the first versus tournament of the year, PlayStation Showdown. I had a recap of that in my Finnish channel. It was only for Finnish people, but I won that tournament with Toronto, so yeah, I was comfortable with the team. I won Vattu 3-0, and I haven't allowed a single goal throughout this whole qualifier, so I'm feeling super comfortable. And switching from hot to versus, my defense seems to be a lot better over in versus. Round 4 against Pate, I would rank him around the same as Vattu, around top 10 in Europe. And this was the final round. If I won this round, I was in to the top 32. And this was an absolute thriller. As you see, he likes to keep the puck possession. He plays really simple, but really frustrating in a way. And against my prior opponents, I felt like passive defense was really working. It did against Pate as well, but the way I was defending allowed him to get maybe more puck possession than I would have wanted to. But yeah, this was basically the first 2 periods. He was just cycling around, not really doing anything. And then I more so was attacking off the counter-attack. But Pate did end up scoring first. If the goal is back. And as you see, after the first period, he has 9 minutes time on attack. But start of the second period, I find the deflection, end up getting the game tied, and same story continued. Pate is just circling, and if I just keep patient in the middle, he probably would not really get any chances. But at a certain point, this started to frustrate me a bit.
I spin you right, baby, right round.
I did end up making some defensive mistakes, and there we go. Pate scores his second goal, and right at the end of the third period, scores his third goal. I put my forecheck all the way up. I wanted to be aggressive, and I get 2 goals right at the start of the third period, and I get the game tied. Just like that.
Nice. Let's keep it like this.
As you see, I'm getting a lot of good deflection opportunities against Pate. I've scored 2 deflection goals already. That's something I noticed against him, that he doesn't really defend the point. So I tried to use that to my advantage. But 3 minutes to go. Oh, it's going down to the wire, and Pate scores.
Oh, how did I allow that? Kind of an easy read.
I want to qualify to the next stage right away. I don't want to fall down to the loser bracket. I don't want to play the future qualifiers. It would just be the simplest to qualify from this first qualifier. I have some opportunities here. I can't find the back of the net. But after applying enough pressure on, I do find the back door. Bertuzzi ties the game for me, and we are going into overtime. And in OT, some crazy things happen. Yo, it's crazy how effective that lacrosse can be this year. But this was certainly the best lacrosse goal I've ever scored, actually in a tournament, actually in a pretty important game. I loved scoring this goal. And yeah, we're on to the top 32 group stage. So, in the next stage, we were split into 4 groups of 8 players each, and 4 players make it through in every group. I did end up winning the group. Let's just straight up skip the group stage, because I lost my recordings. Anyway, I was through, but you need to see the stats of this game. I lost this game to Artuzio in the group stage. Look at the shot difference, look at the time on attack difference, and I lost in OT. But anyway, playoffs next. 16 players made the playoffs, and now to the rest of the tournament. It's single elimination, best of 3. Winner goes through, loser is out. In the top 16, I was playing against Jarettaja. First game against him, pretty straightforward. I ended up winning 4-2, didn't really have troubles. Going into game 2, I get a 6-goal lead within the first part of the game. I'm up 6-0. After this, some weird things started going on. He was scoring from everywhere. Start of the third period, he's only down by 2. But luckily, he throws me the puck with the goalie. And yeah, I ended up winning the game 7-5. He almost got the game within 1 in the final minute, but his goal was disallowed. Almost had a close call here, imagine losing a 6-goal lead. Oh, luckily not this time. And I was into the quarter final against Vedux. Vedux is a good player as well. I'm pretty sure he was really close of making the NHL European finals as well. So he's obviously a good player, but every time when I played against him, I feel like I have the upper hand. And it was no different in this series. My offense absolutely started coming alive in the playoffs. I'm scoring so many goals in every single game. And in all honesty, I destroyed Vedux. 2 blowout wins. And I'm in the top 4. So, I qualified to the grand finals already. That's really important as it is. But I'm still playing for a possible 300 euros. I want that. And I want this tournament win. In the semi-final, I'm playing against Siso33, who has been one of my tougher opponents during the last couple of years. The semi-finals were played on broadcast, so you will have Brandon and Sopuli commentating some bits for you.
Sisu taking the Colorado Avalanche, those super fast players on that team. He wants to be able to counterattack, wants to be able to score off the rush as much as possible.
I don't know if you remember my ECL run last year, but he won me in the semi-finals of ECL 23 winter, and he won me in the Europe Chell Showdown finals as well, the second World Championship qualifier. I think he's undefeated against me leading up to this series, but I've been feeling super comfortable with my gameplay recently, especially in versus, especially with Toronto, and it showed at the start of this game 1.
10:45 to play here in the second period, still looking for our first goal of this game. First goal of this series. Abe holds it for Eki. The arm croc shot on and he scores!
After that, Sisu gets a breakaway. I get the stick on it though, so he can get a shot off. And after that, I find another deflection with John Tavares.
Shot from the point, tip in front, and they score! They've been looking for it, and he found it. Eki with the tip from the captain, Tavares.
Tavares has that silver big tipper trait, and as you see, I've been scoring a lot with it. This whole tournament made me think, why haven't I tried the big tipper in hot this year? Straight after I get the 2-0 lead, Sisu skates up the ice with McKinnon. Short side, McKinnon's just too fast, but annoying to give that goal up straight after I got the 2-goal lead. At the start of the third, I end up taking a penalty, and of course...
Multiple McKinnon across and he scores! McKinnon to Rantanen, and just like that, we are tied at 2.
Man, I can't put Sisu away, whether it's this tournament or all the prior tournaments. Every time I play against him, it's just something about him. I just had to believe that this was it. This was the time I will freaking win this guy. And Mitch Marner with close quarters.
Finding space, shot on, and he scores! What a play by Eki!
But I'm taking more penalties. Why am I taking penalties? The worst part of my gameplay the whole year has been penalties. You know it if you've been following the content around here. And of course, you know what happens. Sisu ties it up. It's 3-3 with 11 minutes to go. Jumping straight to the final minute. I get it to the slot with Matthews. Oh, shot gets blocked, can't score. 8 seconds remaining. I get it to Nylander in the slot again. Try to find the back door and just can't score. And game 1 is going to OT. In the first OT, both of us are creating some offense. Tavares can't find the back of the net. Sisu is creating some dangerous looking opportunities as well, but no goals yet. Again, in the OT, similar story continued where I would have the puck position, try to look for the opportunities. I thought Sisu was defending his slot really well. I couldn't really find those 8-yard chances as often as I wanted to. And then every time Sisu got the puck, he just bolted up the ice. Luckily, I kept my defense together and didn't allow Sisu to score. We are going into a second OT. Oh my god, what a thriller. At the start of the second overtime, I get the puck to Nylander, and rest is history.
for a shot for the he scores! Aki wins it in double OT, a 1-0 series lead in an absolute thriller.
Massive game 1 win. This is exactly what I needed. Start of game 2. Auston Matthews, my favorite player, fires it across blocker side. 1-0 lead. Absolutely huge goal. Straight after my goal, Sisu gets the counter-attack. And what a save by Martin Jones. I force Sisu into a mistake. He loses the puck in the neutral zone. 2-0 attack. And yeah, I'm not missing this. 2-0 lead after the first period. But, of course, right at the start of the second period, penalty, tripping penalty. Oh my god. If I wouldn't take penalties, I think I would lose like 80% less. And of course, Sisu scores on the power play.
Will be the one to come up with it. Sisu has a pass across and he scores.
After that, Sisu is creating some more chances. But Martin Jones and my defense stay strong. 5 minutes to go in the second period. It's been a tight game. Klimberg!
Shot on! Pops the bottle and puts the puck in the back of the net.
What a snipe by Klimber. And this is the thing. Sisu is playing with Colorado. They have absolutely awful goalies in game. He's playing Annunen in net, who's like a 77 overall. So yeah, I really know these shots, even from farther away, were really effective. I'm up by 2 again, and another tripping penalty! I honestly don't know what it is anymore. I've been cursing about this for the whole year, but my penalties just don't go away. Luckily, Sisu doesn't score. Going into the third period, awful mistake for me in the breakout. Sisu gets a breakaway, but I surprise him with the manual goalie. Come on, that was super important. Straight after that, Matthews coming in. I get the puck to Riley, just can't finish it. But Sisu didn't get any scoring chances the rest of the game. Defense stayed strong. And we're into the finals. And I finally beat Sisu. Come on. Feels good, man. In the finals, I'm playing Temppanen. Familiar player, of course. I played him in the European Championship finals last year. We represented Europe in the World Championships last year. Very good friend of mine. Let's see how it goes. There's no better way to start the finals than another penalty. Another tripping penalty. But luckily, in this game, it's pretty easy to score short-handed as well. Liljegren with an absolutely beautiful snipe. But straight after that, Temppanen is applying some serious pressure.
And still has it, shot on, goes wide. Still has control. Shot on! He scores!
And literally from the next attack, Nylander coming into the zone, getting it to Morgan Riley, who I'm playing at forward by the way, and Matthews gets the goal. Really entertaining start. And of course I take a penalty. Straight after that. You guessed it. And yeah, another penalty after that. This time it's cross-checking. But I end up scoring another short-handed goal. Second period, I'm getting some more penalties. Temppanen is all over me. He has full pressure on and everything. I take a timeout, but straight after the timeout, Temppanen gets the game. We did 1. But straight after that, from the next attack, Morgan Riley. If you play with Toronto in versus, try Riley at the weak. Temppanen is creating some more offense. Got to say, he had multiple looks. He probably should have scored more goals here. And I get the 5th goal at the end of the second period. Kalle Jankrock has been really good. I ended up winning game 1. Temppanen created a lot of offense last game. I honestly thought that I need to play better. And Temppanen ends up scoring first. He's Jankrock as well. Temppanen had an opportunity to get a 2-goal lead at the end of the first period. He didn't capitalize though, and he's up 1 heading into the second period. I may be a bit on the back foot here, but from Bertuzzi, I get the puck to Marner. Somehow the puck triggers in.
We're at the right boards, puck loose, and he finds his way back. He shot on and he scores! That squeaked through there, and you see Temppanen with the facepalm reaction does not like that goal at all.
Pretty lucky there, got to say. Game is 1-1 again. It's really back and forth here, and another penalty. Temppanen had a couple opportunities on the power play. He can't capitalize though. And straight after the power play, off the counter-attack, Auston Matthews. I have the lead again.
Aki, pass across, forehand on a great move with Matthews, and he puts it in.
Straight in the next shift, Matthews with a deflection off the post and off his goalie to the net. Everything is working for me. End of the second period, forced to Marner. Kind of feels bad for Temppanen, to be honest. The stats are as even as you might think. Score scoring chances are pretty even as well, and somehow I'm leading by 3. Pretty similar story to game 1. I score straight at the start of the third period, and this was game over. I won ECL 20 for winter. Come on! 300 euros plus a top seed for the grand finals. So yeah, I've been feeling unbelievable with my gameplay lately. The European Championships are up next, and my confidence is higher than it's been in years. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to rate the video, subscribe, have a great day, and see you next time.